Alright, hitting go live now.
Huh. Alrighty then.
There we go. We are live. Hi, guys. Welcome.
Hi. Welcome.
Welcome. Yes, so last week, card. Last time on Trekyards.
/ next time on Picard. Yes. And it's been a busy old day for me. I've been filming multiple areas of Star Trek fan film today. Been deep in the midst of that. How's your day been?
Busy.
Mm.
Doing a lot of stuff around here in the house.
Well, your day's way less, finished than mine. Well, I was up at 8 a.m, so I've been up 14 hours. It's going great. Yes.
Nice. Well, let's see. George Mangrum, $2 first. Yes.
Very much so.
Thank you.
I'm hoping for a lot of interaction today. We're going to go through it, break down, shot by shot, really get into it, really debate, discuss, theorize. Hopefully a lot of you will join in, have your thoughts, put in your $5 of what you think, form a conversation, and make us be your puppets, and we'll go where your conversational techniques take us.
It's true. Kit 10K throws in $20.
Oh.
So thank you so much.
Boom.
Says, booyah! Here we go.
So
Never
true. Off to the races.
Prime 1351, $5.
Thank
Been
you.
very impatiently awaiting this discussion for a while. Well, we're here, so fear not.
It hasn't been out that long. I mean, we were live the day it came out, so it's just been the weekend in between. Although we do know people like discussions.
Yeah.
Well, I will start sharing, get the word out. I'll see you in a minute.
Okay. All right, guys. You saw some super chats already. They're a great way to show that you care about the channel, you care about us, and you want us to have your voice. You want to have your voice heard every day, as well as us talk about your points. So if you want to super chat, please feel free. We would really appreciate that. Also, a really quick way to help us out is hit that like button. We're at 67 people right now with 49 likes. Let's try to get up to 75 likes. That is the next goal. You can also help us on a monthly basis by clicking that join button. There is a join button there beside the subscribe button, and there's really reasonable subscriptions for joining the channel. Help us out with that. Those actually make a big deal to the algorithm and to YouTube. Shows that you guys care about the channel and you want to actually subscribe. So it's a monthly way. You put in like a little bit every month, and it helps us out hugely. So if you can at least check out the join button, we'd really appreciate that. Also, make sure that if you want to do it another way, you can head over to Patreon/Trekyards. That is indeed another way that you can make a difference monthly. So check that out. Also, there's a links to all that stuff down in the description. Links also to Eagle Moss and other fun things down there, including discount codes and stuff that you guys can check out. And of course, the TeePublic and the Teesprings store. The TeePublic store is going to have a sale again soon, so I would suggest checking out the Trekyards merch, see if there's anything you want to buy, and helping us out in that regard as well. We'd love to see Trekyards merchandise on yourself or others, anyone out in the wild. I'm currently wearing one. This is what the Trekyards web series shirt. Boom, baby. Check that out. So you can pick that up from the TeePublic store. I like wearing our shirts just because I'm kind of vain, I guess. But yeah, lots of stuff down in the description there, so check it out and help us out any way you can. But honestly, hitting the like button is the best way. So,
and I'm going to start with a poll.
He's going to start with a poll because everyone loves a good poll. Whether it's the giving or receiving of that poll is the other issue. However, moving on. Today, of course, we're talking about the Season 2 trailer for Picard, the latest one. And there's a lot to break down in this and a lot to look at, and we're happy to do so. We're excited to do this with you guys, and we want to hear your thoughts. So, yeah.
And the poll, we have a gentle poll with the range of loved it, liked it, it was okay, didn't like it. Put in your thoughts. Let us know. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Yeah, 88 people, Stuart. Obviously, you've always done your first reaction. But I don't know what you think yet. We've sort of vaguely, we had a few specific words once it came out, and they were Steam Runner and Nova, but there are not many other words said because we like to save them for the production. So Stuart, what did you think of Season 2 Picard Trailer 3 Production Material 5 if you count the 2 teasers?
It is very exciting and looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, actually. You kind of get the gist of where it's going. Looks like the Q snaps them into an alternate reality, and then they have to time travel back in that own reality to make something happen or to prevent something from happening. So there's going to be some craziness going on, and I'm excited. I thought it was a good trailer, and I think they did a good job. Seeing canon ships is, of course, really great. So, yeah, loved it. I would click loved it on the poll if I could.
I mean, you could just go onto YouTube.
You can't vote on the poll because it's from this channel.
You can. You just go on YouTube on another window.
I've tried that. There's no option to select it.
I mean, I'll click loved just for you, Stuart. Just for you.
Okay.
Because I can do that. I don't have many. But
No. While you're talking, I'll try it again. But
loved it. Clicked. 42% did it. Took 3 seconds. Yes. There you go. And it's weird. This trailer has so many little visuals, but they're kind of hard to compress into a thumbnail. I found. It's like we know these 3 people are going to be in it, but they kind of like, oh, it's new visuals. Same with your previous first reaction. Guinan's in it. That's a big deal, but it's all the same sort of shot of her. So I found this one's quite hard to thumbnail for some reason, and like you wouldn't just have the ships in a thumbnail necessarily for this sort of thing because it's black, they're blurred, you know. Yeah, I don't know, hard one to thumbnail.
But you liked it.
Well, ask me, Stuart.
I did. I asked you before you clicked on the poll thing.
I was focused on poll clicking.
Talk about what you think about it. I'll click on the poll. So I just went to click on the poll, and I can't click on the poll because you clicked on the poll from the same freaking channel.
Well, no, because I went from my YouTube channel, so there's nothing. You're not linked to my YouTube channel. I clicked on Path After the Fan Film.
Well, I could go on my YouTube channel and just click on it, but I was trying to click on Trekyards and you can't. So anyway.
So I liked it. Yeah, I liked it. It was good. I think it does help that the expectations are so low, so in the toilet. That really helps, right? And we know obviously they've actually hired actual people that worked on Star Trek to work on it, whereas season 1 it felt very, because we know that Jonathan Frakes obviously did work on Star Trek, but he made Discovery and was happy to make Discovery, and look at the Discovery he made. So he'll do a job he's given, fair enough. But sometimes you've got to stand up for what's right, you know, and he's, you know, happy to do this job. Fine, good for him, but, you know. So clearly there's a bit more of an influence on canon Trek here, somewhat. Although even just having, you know, Guinan and Q and Patrick, Picard, and 7 of 9, it's like, and you know, and a Borg Queen. I mean, if you look at the characters from the new Picard show, they got seconds of screen time. And you look at all the legacy characters, they got almost all the screen time. So it shows them understanding, yeah, our characters aren't particularly good. Like, people are going to come in and see Guinan, not blonde scientist Jurati. Like, people, that's a tiny subset of fans are going to do that. Guinan, you might get millions of fans. So they played that card very strong. It kind of felt like season 1 where we had Brent and 7 in the same trailer and it blew our minds. Look how that turned out. So easily corruptible in what they do. But the fact that there are people we know working on it that, you know, have said, are actually trying much harder this year means that I look at these elements and think they're more genuine than cheeky or lying or manipulative. So if I see something like Guy and I think, oh, maybe she'll be well done rather than, you know, a cash grab or we paid Guy enough to get her in just to get some views. So I'm more open to think it'll be good this year. And certainly there were some nice things. Although I'm discouraged how much seems to be in the present, because that will be the least interesting stuff for me, I'm sure. Not to say Star Trek 4 was not interesting, but they were really interesting characters, and they all had a really good sub-story. And yes, there might be a really good Jurati sub-story, but they're not built up characters yet. They haven't earned a time travel romp that you like all the characters, whereas they certainly had by Star Trek 4. So yeah, I hope it's not that much is spent in that past 3 episodes, which is still a lot of 10, let's be fair. But 3, I think, would be, as much as I'd want to see.
Yeah, raises a good question. I think it'll be more than that. I think we're going to be jumping to the future, probably a second episode, or jumping to the past. I mean, in the second episode, they're going to see the altered reality in the first or second episode, and then actually the first 2 episodes are probably one long movie. So it's going to end with them doing the slingshot effect thing. So I think the first 2 episodes are going to be like realizing what's going on here, what they have to do, and then it's going to be that cliffhanger for the season, episode 3. It's my thought, but
I would guess that we're going to get one full episode of Prime canon where the characters are, and then it starts to go right end of episode 1, and only by the end of episode 2 are we truly in the alternate universe. I think they'll give us a strong lead in, because it's 2 years, 2 seasons. They can't, or they shouldn't use the entire alternate universe storyline within the first 4 episodes. Like, well, what's the rest of the storyline? So I think it'll be slower than that. And let's actually embrace where we are, etc., etc.
Interesting. Yeah. I kind of disagree. I think we're just going to spend a lot of time in the present day, unfortunately. Like 3 or 4 episodes, probably. Hopefully less, but it is what it is.
Like I say, 3 is fine. It's as I said, it's a movie length. But that's going to be the least interesting stuff. I mean, Ultimate Reality is exciting. Present, future is exciting. The history of Picard is interesting. And Borg stuff. And, what's 7 of 9 going to do? Or is she just there for the ride because everyone likes 7, at least they did? Is that... what's a functional role except to be a bisexual lover to Raffi and, Borg, maybe? If there's some meat on those bones of story... and not just being a Fenris Ranger, where, but then you don't have that much. I mean, they had a lot of Borg. They had a lot of Borg Queen in that trailer, so that certainly implies something. Or it could just be one episode of, look, we've got a Borg Queen. They're on the ship now, and that's the episode, which is possibly could be amazing, but hard to tell because, like you said, trailers are manipulative.
Yes, they are. James McGill, $5. Crap on a stick. Drop and broke my hearing aid just before the show started. Can you scream into the microphone or do galactic sign language? Kit 10K throws in another $20. So thank you. Hey Samuel, where did you get the starship chart behind you?
I didn't get it anywhere. I made it. Each individual rendered starships. Donated and supported by fans. Each single one is someone donated.
Yeah, there was a whole live about that.
I had 2 actually. I think it took 2 to do.
Yeah, 2.
So literally, each of these is one person's, and we almost didn't get any duos, which is kind of amazing that everyone kept track of it somehow. I have no idea how after like 5 hours of living, but they did. So yeah, each one of those is one of you, and it took many hours to render and many hours to set up, and it's great because they're all high-end renders, etc. And I have all the renders for reference later on, which has been quite helpful.
Jeff Sturm, $2. Thank you, Captain and Commander, for being awesome. You are welcome.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Joker. I donated 2. Yeah. No, we had a couple of people just like, oh yeah, take the entire Klingon fleet. I'm like, okay. Hey, but then that guy throws it up there because of him, etc. No, it's exciting. But no, I think this trailer was really, and it was clearly appealing to Star Trek fans. Clearly, it had that real. You don't slingshot and make that a big part of it, a Borg Queen, canon ships, and Guinan without being like, oh yeah, we know Star Trek. Very different how season 1 felt once you got into the story. So that was quite a bold move, but there's a lot of confidence building knowledge here because we've talked about slingshot a billion times, and the fact they never do is a problem. And so if they do it do it well, it's like it's there any. That's why my dad is very aggravated towards Star Trek 09 because it's the worst thing of Spock's life to not take a slingshot and go back and stop the Narada. He's a monster. He's allowing his entire race to be killed because even though he could go back in time and stop it if he wanted to. He's a monster. He's a senile old fool because they have the ability to save the Vulcan society instead of rather, down to a few thousand people. What a monster. So, slingshot, not that hard.
Yeah.
Relatively speaking.
Well, 135 viewers right now, which is awesome. 82 likes, guys. Hit that like button. Let's get to at least 120. And do 120 as the goal. Hit that like button. Simple.
And it is. And Terry West
Right.
asks, anyone see the new Playmates toys that were announced today? Now, you're more of a toy lover than I am, Stuart. Any thoughts on Playmates
Yes.
toys while people jump in the chat still and vote in the poll?
I'm kind of underwhelmed. I wanted a lot more of a better rollout. They said they're going to be announcing stuff later in the year, but honestly, the Enterprise they showed is the exact same Playmates Enterprise I have up there, only it looks like they added more lights to it. And they changed the buttons on it, which is really hideous. The button layout on that one's a lot better. But anyway, other than that, I am excited to see them. They're going to be in retro packaging. I guess they have more articulation and better sculpts. But good that they're starting with Rathacon and stuff as well in there. But the Discovery figures are literally just Saru and Burnham. That's it. Make sure that'll change. But also the phaser. I didn't mind the phaser. I actually really like the Playmates phaser. A lot of people are disappointed by seeing that again. I like that. My original Playmates phaser. It feels really good in the hand. It is a toy though. It's not accurate as far as prop goes, but it is really cool. So I'm looking forward to getting that too. So yeah, those are my thoughts.
And all of it looked kind of naff to me in terms of quality, and I wouldn't want any of it. I don't know why you would.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like I say, if they're toys for children, like they're $5 toys that you can cheaply buy for your kids, and then you expect them to get damaged. Okay, great, but they look very uninteresting to me. And if people have said they're just remolding stuff from 20 years ago, it's like, well, that's lazy and bad, surely. I don't see the point. Make a TOS phaser accurate that's cheap and plasticky. Don't make it shit. I don't get it. Seems like an odd thing to do. Unless it's really cheap, then you can just buy it and damage it. But yeah, it's a toy company, not a production company. You know? Yeah.
Well, they're not going to be cheap, I don't think. So.
Well, better not be expensive.
Be cheap in regards to everything else. So, but yeah. Anyway. On that note,
Yeah.
Kit 10K throws in $10. I myself highly doubt this, but what if the Borg Queen ends up helping Picard fix whatever changed the timeline? Again, I doubt that'll happen. It could happen. It could be beneficial for the Borg for them to make the change. The Borg we see looks like she's captured perhaps by Starfleet, and if that's in this alternate reality, she would definitely want to go ahead and help them out with that. Just saying. I mean, it might be a thing. So.
Oh, I think both a combination of she'll have no choice. Because they've worked out how to control Borg Queens, and also, like you say, yeah, the Borg probably aren't a threat in this universe. That's how they got so militaristic. And if he says, if Jean-Luc Picard comes through and says one day, the Borg were able to time travel in my universe, and she's like, what? In my universe, they've been killed for 80 years. Oh, well, in mine they've killed trillions. Oh, I'll help you, Picard. Yeah, I can see her helping, absolutely, in a very sinister way, given the horror makeup she has on. My God, there ain't no seductiveness of Alice Krieg in this. There's I'm gonna kill you, is the vibe, and make you a drone, bitch. Stab. Alice Krieg's like, hello, let me caress your skin, and it's like, oh, but I'm like it. Oh, that's what Alice Krieg gave off.
Yeah. Matthew K, $10. Samuel, tell your dad that I never thought of that, and now I dislike the movie somehow even more.
Excellent. It's a terrible film.
Matthew K also goes on to say, well, he's a member for 22 months, the Rick Commander. It says also, woo, 22 months.
Dude, that's amazing. Thank
Jeff
you.
Sturm. Jeff Sturm has been a member for 5 months at the rank of Commander.
Also amazing.
Says Trekyards has inspired my creativity. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Yeah,
Awesome.
we do a
Glad
lot
to
of
hear
content, talk about a lot of stuff. Yeah, make stuff, make ships. Do it. Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matthew DeFreitas, $5.
Hey.
I'm cautiously optimistic. I just hope we get away from these depressing narratives. I need my best bit of flux. Optimism, Captain. I can't do the smile.
But in fact, I'm fine if the dark future is dark and depressing, and if the present day is annoying and depressing. If our characters are positive and strong and moving forward story-wise, that's the important thing, First Contact can be great
Yeah.
because Picard is well, not saying Picard, but you know, people are working forward. They're being strong and being courageous. You know, if Patrick is like, well, I'm not dying anymore, so I'm going to be a strong leader. And Raffi's like, I'm no longer a drug addict. I'm in love. I'm a strong leader. And Seven's like, I'm going to stop murdering my friends. I'm a lead. You know, boom, forwards. You know, it can be, doesn't matter as long as they're the beacon in the dark, etc. You know?
Yeah. Laughable Larry, $5. Really dislike season 1 of Picard. Easily my least favorite of the new shows. Cautiously optimistic that this will be better, though. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm sitting personally. Because, yeah, it was the worst. Even Discovery had a few better episodes in it than Picard did. But
well, yeah, they're rebooting it again, clearly. It's a reboot season 2, as in, I just mean a thematic, like, yep, just throwing all that away and restarting. Fantastic. We've got Patrick with 3 seasons, let's run away from the first one. Good choice. Well done for hiring Michael Chabon. Good job, that was on you guys. Good job. But on that note, on my less than real good job, the first shot, Stuart, they start with ships. Remember that.
they do.
We've had other trailers where they have no space effects at all. They start with a ship battle. And not just a ship battle.
Yeah, I mean, excited to see this. I want to ask you, though, from a CGI perspective, did the phasers bother you? Because a lot of people were complaining that the phasers were too much like lasers from Star Wars.
Hold that thought, because I want to ask the fans as well. So we have 150 votes, which are phenomenal on the poll. So I'll just jump a new poll. What do you think of the new Picard trailer? 43% loved it, which is the primary. 33% liked it. 80% okay. 6% didn't like it, which is a phenomenal result. Well done, Picard trailer. You definitely impressed. And I want to throw another one up, specifically about these ships, because I heard so many people on the Twitter and the internet talk about this ship scene.
Okay. I mean, first of all, a lot of people are complimenting the fact that the Serena is no longer red; it's black. Well,
it's
keep
yellow.
in mind this is probably an altered reality at this point. Whatever, it's obviously an altered reality at this point. So, the fact is, it wouldn't be painted the same way as it was that we saw it in season 1, or they've repainted it, or I don't know. There's multiple different reasons it could be different color. Also, I think this is their run to the sun, which it clearly implies.
Yeah, there's a star.
And that Starfleet is trying to stop them from time travel. Yeah.
Okay.
So, I like that. I like that Starfleet's like, no, you're not going to be time traveling. Don't be doing that shit.
So I've done the new poll, Stuart. Read out it so people can vote.
Seeing the Nova Steam Runner, your reaction was, yes, cool, don't care, meh.
Yes. So my reaction to this first bit was, it's terrible looking CGI. So the laser bolts don't matter. I mean, it's very badly lit. The ships are chrome. Like it looks terrible. It looks Discovery season 1 quality, where they had no confidence in their models. Like, awful. But they are correct designs. Really bad quality, but they're correct designs. So, but like I've said before, I can do better than this. I do better than this all the time. You know, but the caveat being, if you cut to the second batch of shots, this is the alternate reality La Serena with alternate reality things, because you can see Earth, and Earth has the defense grid. So we know this is the alternate reality, in which case all of these differences are just, well, yes, it's the Evil Federation. So I'm absolutely fine with them being a gross chrome, which they are, and they like the deflectors aren't on. Like they get, vibe-wise, they're really bad, but design-wise they look very close, because we need to have episode 1 and 2 in the Prime universe with them looking freaking sexy. Because if they do that, like they should, then they can use these versions and be absolutely fine. Like how in the Mirror Universe there's these big bright yellow, you know, design aesthetic changes. So that's my caveat here, is that it can look like crap because alternate reality versions, well, they can do whatever the hell they want, as long as we see the classic versions with a classic paint job in the in the Prime. So that, like I say, I can't. You know, it's like you can't call out JJ phases apart from air because they're not prime phases. They like lasers. They like, you know, Discovery. It just feels like Discovery Season 1 CGI. I've moved past that. It has a quality. I don't know if you would agree now. I've said that. It looks like Discovery Season 1. You know, they're hyper contrasty, hyper reflective, pew pew little tiny lasers that feel so emasculatingly small. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, if there's an explanation like, well, it is evil Starfleet, you can tell, but yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I was just stoked to see it. I really, you know, I didn't even notice the phasers didn't look right. But again, different universe. Yeah. Who cares?
Yeah, but I can tell the designs are extremely close already. Like just, but there's no excuse. They have orthographics. They have the Eaglemoss models. Like they might even be the Eaglemoss models, which they should be. You know, why would you? You know, they exist, especially at this distance. So they feel prospectively right, which is all you sort of need really. And then Eaglemoss gets a re-release. You know. The militaristic Starfleet version, the silver money. But yes,
and they will.
But we will.
Yeah.
Now,
exactly.
So is that them heading? Is that our moon? Is that Earth specifically? Is that them heading towards our sun as a first sun gotta get out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I think it's clearly what's going to happen, because then you see them approaching Earth later in this trailer, and you can't see any of the security grid around Earth, so it's the Earth of the past. So yeah, what quickest way to do it is just use our sun, because then you're already in the neighborhood when you pop out in time, right? So
I do think it looks better being a silver, the less arena. I mean, it's less dynamic, but it's certainly just more functional. I just wish, you know, they made the pods nacelles like they obviously should be, although we, you know, can't necessarily see the sides of them. But
and S1 Noir says, "Are we really sure these aren't reskins Zhang He?" Yes, they're Nova class.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Welcome to Trekyards.
Yeah, and what a great, I mean, two great ones to do. Both ships only seen, you know, a couple of times. And not exactly high-end ships, but if these ships are like big and powerful, or if they're just, you know, local vicinity defense ships, because Lesserine is not a powerful ship in any way, shape, or form. It's just a cargo freighter. So these aren't high-end ships. You know, one Sovereign should do a lot more, but to have sort of side ships, you know, not the ones you think of, not a Defiant, not a D, like side. That's what you want. You want to see they're like, oh yeah, they get canon. They're not inventing new ones. They're not just we have a giant Federation fleet of designs. Let's use them. You know.
And we don't know the military or the fleet in this alternate universe, so who knows?
Although close enough. I mean, which is interesting in itself. When did it go screwy? And obviously, Picard and 7, who is all, you know, evil dictator Annika Hansen without implant.
Yeah, and it looks like they're starting the time warp thing there because of Picard's face. You see streaks coming off of it. It gets more prominent later in later screenshots, but yeah.
And then you get Raffi looking after, and this is in the Lesserina's lower hold, so
yeah, it's Elnor
with his very long hair.
Pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not overly caring though, unfortunately.
Nope. Brian Harvard, $5.
Right.
I'm just happy to see something familiar, not the CP fleet or the copy and paste fleet. General Grievous, $2. Evil Starfleet. So does season 1 and 2 Starfleet? LOL.
Well,
so this season 1 and 2 Starfleet.
I mean, it's, you know, alternate universe Evil Starfleet, so it's another level removed of being different.
Now, everybody kept pointing out open shuttle bays. I'm looking at the back of the Novas right now. It looks like they could just be open, or it looks like there could just be lights shining on the shuttle bay doors, which would make more sense. What are your take on that?
Didn't even think to look at that. I mean, yes, there's certainly self-illumination, but I wouldn't. I mean, I can't see them building 3D models of shuttle bays inside that. That seems so excessive. I think it might just be spotlights, or like it might be the outer rim You know, that you sometimes have in shuttle bays.
Yeah.
Just I mean, clearly the lights are all like, why are the windows bright blue? Yeah. So if the windows are bright blue for some reason, and the shuttle bay door should be bright blue, let's make them white. This would be the maybe their logic. Yeah, I didn't even notice that. That's weird. Huh.
I didn't think they were open though.
No, I didn't. It wouldn't really make much sense. But that's not so
Prime 1351, $5. How great would it be to see California lunar class before the alternate universe jump? Would be great. It'd be cool to see us California class. Kit 10K throws in $10. So thank you. What if the Federation is similar to the Terran Empire in the alternate timeline? Just not exactly. Like if Starfleet was run by money-hogging jerks. Well, it's interesting because Q does say, let's take the road not traveled. So what decision is he referring to specifically? It'll be interesting to see because like Sam just pointed out, I mean, the ships are close enough to canon that it couldn't have been too far back. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out, actually.
I wouldn't be surprised because there's obviously when we see Picard's evil figure later. Depends how far back. What if it literally is as simple as it's when they infect or don't infect Hugh with the Borg killing virus, and this version of Picard, like they change his life just enough in the past, so he just says yes to that, and he becomes the hero that killed the Borg, and he uses that influences him a little bit, is bravado, and then he that changes it just enough.
Yeah, because that could explain the Borg Queen. She wasn't killed by it, but she was disabled enough that they could capture her.
Yeah, a few years later they find Borg. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and the rest of the Borg just kind of crumble. Yeah,
because if it's
that's
early,
actually great because they're tying with season 1 with Hugh as well. So,
because I didn't even think of that. Yeah, it would actually. Because if you go far enough back, then that also explains why it's not Alice Krieg who could still do it. It was makeup. I mean, anyone could. Like Worf would look great now because it's mostly a prosthetic face.
Yeah.
But if it's a queen because timeline changed and they didn't do the same and they may have picked different species or they picked different whatever, there's a lot of creative freedom they can have with this. And yet, look, here's a Saber, a Steam Runner, and a Nova. So that's yes, excellent. And if this is the ones we're seeing, it's very likely we'll see more because it seems, if you're doing your list of ships we most want to see back. These are ships we most want to see in a side battle. There you go.
Yeah. Marley McClay says, I think the split happens in 2024. Yeah, maybe 2024, 2025, where they go back to. That's what they have to stop. I think that's the thing, too. So, but then that's not a Picard decision. Like, you think,
nope.
You think Q would be based on the decision you made, let's choose the road not chosen. You know what I mean? So, who's to say, honestly?
Yeah, the road not taken implies you, not the entire humanity, because 2024 is now. So that's all of Starfleet, all of Federation, all of Enterprise, all of everything, and all the ships are the same. The Lesser Arena was seriously also designed with that much change. Really? And Seven and I was still born with that much change, and Joe and Picard was the exact same man and built in the exact same place.
And you'd have the Nova class and the Steam Runner, same design. It just I don't know. I think it is going to be a change back in 2024, though. I think.
Well,
I think that's a safe bet.
I mean, that might be. I mean, yeah, it might be similar to the not brilliant. What's the where's the place the All Good Things rift was?
Oh, good God. Don't know.
Narendra.
Narendra 3?
No. As soon as you say it, I know it's not that. But yeah, because that thing goes backwards through time. So maybe there's changes that are snowballing backwards. So one event was.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Brian Harvard throws in $2. I'm a little sad to see Girardi with no punishment. Right? Murderers are perfectly acceptable these days.
Which the Romulan guy is, he kills people all the time, and yeah, all a terrible crew. But I don't mind the new interior relight. of the La Serena. I mean, I really don't care about the ship, but it's a fine looking, you know, easy to make it look different one day.
Yeah.
You know, they go to sleep and it's nice and blue, and boom, now it's green. Or, although probably inspired by Borg, take a little bit.
Yeah, and the only character I really care about is Rios. I do like Rios and all of his hologram iterations as well. Other than that, the characters are kind of for me. So
now you do have these very interesting shots of the sun, including the literally hitting the star, which is an insane amount of shield power to the point of godhood. You know.
Yeah.
But it's a nice looking sequence. I think it'll be, you know, they put some effort into this. And, you know, the slingshot effects were never well done in, you know, TOS, and in Star Trek 3 or 4 they're artistic more than, you know, it just kind of goes, and behind the sun. It's like, well, that's it. It's flying on the sun. So actually seeing it is quite ballsy. Although it's also phasing through a green thing, which I would associate time jump being more sort of like either phasing out or disappearing. So maybe this is direct linking to, like, they add the Borg technology to the drive, and now it's you know, I've said in one of my fan films that, you know, the time jump that Spock did was like a 1 in a 50 million event, right? It was so rare, so special, etc., etc. But maybe the Borg additional technology makes it like a 1 in 5, or, you know, like, and therefore it's a combination tech, etc.
Yeah, I would be willing to bet there's more tech helping with this for sure.
Yeah.
Devron. We got a shot of
Devron.
Yes. We got a shot of Girardi and then Picard again with the streaking lights, and I think this is like the beginning of the time travel, or kind of like the wormhole effect in the motion picture.
Which then gives us flashbacks, which you have to have frame by frame. And I did render this trailer out in still, so I have every single important frame. So the first frame is
a thing, a plastic. It looks like shit. It looks like a plastic thing you get at a gumball machine. What is that?
This, to me, looks like an Apollo astronaut with a cap. If this is a 2024 astronaut, because they showed Mars mission, maybe this is an astronaut who was then given some technology they found on Mars, and that then goes back and advances Earth. Because that absolutely looks like an astronaut to me. You know?
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Huh.
It's just some scene that, you know, changes history. Because it's important enough to be in this as a couple of frames, like, boom, this is a part of the story, as if these are the elements that, you know, because if you look at the sequence, they got this element, they got a new Brent Spiner, they've got a sword, him kissing Laris, and Borg Queen. Now, if that's them saying each one of these elements are part of the history being changed, then a piece of technology going back in the past, Brent's clearly involved in changing the past. You know, I think this might be these are all parts of the elements, you know. Yeah, that's my guess. And then speaking of Brent, here is the dark shot of Brent.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Good to have him back. I do like Brent, but I'm getting sick of the same characters all being exactly the same, pretty much. But yeah, it's going to be in the relative of, or it's no, it wouldn't be shit because it's in the past. Because he talks to Q, and Q hands him a vial, or tosses him a vial.
Which we'll get to.
Which might be in the future. It probably is, hopefully. Maybe it's the same character from season 1. I forget his name. The other soon. But an alternate version of him. I don't know how I feel about this. This had better be very well told. That's all I can say.
I would bet money that this is the Sung from 2024. So, like,
you think?
Yeah, this is the super ancestor. Because if you give that Sung, if you assume they're all smart, you give him a leap. How's that change the future?
Yeah,
because that's what it says to me later on. And so that's a great way of having Brent be a fully featured character. Is they go to the past, they know they have to do some X, Y, and Z. And so there's Brent looking super different, and he can look old, and he can have a full beard, which is super unlike him. Boom, there's Brent as present day, and he can act very much like Brent Spiner. I mean, I kind of just get like old man Spiner vibes, and considering he looked the same at conventions for a long time, I think he's fine looking his age. Although having a big white beard does affect that, obviously, but You know, hey, another version. You know, an 8th character to join the Sung lineage. This one might be good at, like, you know, GPUs. Maybe he works for Nvidia. You know, he's doing the 5090 GPUs in 2024. What do you guys think? Vote in the well, just say in the poll. Do you think this is him from the 2024 or from the alternate future? Both are possible. Oh god, can you imagine if that's Data, who found a way to age in the alternate future? That would be pretty. No, can you imagine if that bad Data because he found a way of being human? And that is real shit. I don't want it, but that could be interesting.
That extremely. Yeah. 199 people watching, which is awesome, guys. Fantastic. 130 likes. Hit that like button. Keep the super chats coming. We want to hear your thoughts and your suggestions on what we're seeing and what your ideas are, what your theories are.
Yep.
Let me get a sword with a female using it. I wonder if it's the Romulan chick from the first season. Probably not.
Yeah,
I think she'd be returning.
God, when you brighten that, yeah, it's massive armor. It's super stylized. Maybe it's an assassin from the future, as in from the bad future. Maybe like, you know, hand-to-hand combat, and it's maybe this person's going to challenge Seven or something to a combat or whatever.
Yeah, it's hard to say with that one. I mean, I'm talking to Laris.
Caressing.
I like Laris. I like the character, so glad to see her back anyway.
And how would you feel if she's his new love interest?
Actually, that might be interesting. Maybe it's just in the alternate universe, actually, that maybe she's a love interest. He's got to say goodbye to her before he goes back in time or something. I don't know. That's kind of the vibe that I got from that. But if it's an alternate reality or future thing, that's fine.
Because her husband is the guy from season 1, like
the Northerner.
Yeah, the Tal Shiar guy. So I would imagine that as a way of kind of like Troy is to Worf in Parallels. If he goes back home, he's like, Q, what's happening? And Q leaves, and then she's there, and she's like really seductive, like, you know, Romulan powerhouse woman. He's like, oh god, Laris, and then by the end of the season, it's like, you know what? You're not married in this universe. I'm not dead anymore. You know, it's definitely a bit, you know, like 85-year-old Patrick is a bit weird to have a liaison with a, you know. But then also the thing is, Romulans, she might be 140. She might be older than him very easily. So in the universe, it's like, yeah. It's like everyone's younger to Guinan. Everyone's a baby. Yeah.
And then we get the shot of the Borg Queen. We talk about that.
Yeah, one of the many, and that is creepy. That is a like a octopus tendril level of it. Yeah. It looks way less elegant to me as a redesign. It seems way more forced.
Well, like we talked before, it seems like a different species.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Clearly.
As the Borg Queen. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's definitely more invasive looking. Although we have talked many times, and in fact this would link in perfectly, if it does link to Hugh, because when Hugh joined the collective, we argued that's when the Borg Queen was created because of the individuality that seeped in. So this might be a pre-Hugh Queen where they're far more just a vessel, because there's no life behind the eyes, whereas Alice Krieg and the other lady had a lot more like life. And that might be another symbol. Yeah, the Borg Queen never got to evolve because of Starfleet, so this is the classic, just vicious death machine, you know. Could be interesting.
Well, Kit 10K throws in $10 and says, "Hey Samuel, with your idea, what if Data was thrown back in time somehow from the destruction of the Scimitar, made himself look more human, but became a little unbalanced from the explosion?" I somehow really doubt a lot of that.
Especially if they already unkilled him just to kill him again in season 1. To unkill him and re-kill him would be horrible. Horrible. Like, like I said, it'd be fine if it's the alternate universe him because he didn't have to die. But, I mean, you know, why would a Polaron generator exploding in your face that you fired a phaser at cause time travel?
That's a lot. That's a lot of different energies kind of coming together there. I don't know.
Yeah, that was a sentence I said, Stuart. That was a sentence I said. I don't know. That is such a... see, if they could do a properly digital de-aged Brent, like actually look good rather than look okay, then you got my vote for let's try and do some more stuff with them. But I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. The Borg Queen looks evil.
Yeah. Soulless.
She should be. Yeah.
But then Picard wakes up in his alternate future where he has this new protection planet grid, which we now understand what it is.
Yeah.
Which looks pretty cool. And he gets in, and yes, you see the mural, which is certainly one of the standout elements, which obviously in his original room there was a normal painting.
It was the painting that he had in the ready room on Enterprise D.
Yeah. And
Kit 10K throws in $10.
Oh.
I know the idea sucks, just had to ask. It doesn't suck. Anything's possible. So yeah, we want to hear those theories so we can discuss them, because a lot of them spark really good conversations. And
we need them. Yeah, you guys have great ideas. Even if they're bad ideas, they're great ideas because they can just create that.
Yeah, so this ship is clearly a warship in a battle. There's a lot of phasers coming off it, a lot of explosions, and it's obviously an altered Enterprise or a Galaxy class type design, done by Sean Turinjo. But yeah, and this is going to tie in with that black militaristic Wrath of Khan style uniform that he's wearing in the other painting. So, yeah.
Well, what better symbol of this is a darker future, just like in the Enterprise X one with these big sharp blades on top, and having an alternate. And this might very well be a ship in the show as well. We see a flashback to DH Picard in an alternate TNG costume on the bridge of a CGI Enterprise D, with this fighting Borg cubes. Because these are Borg cubes it's shooting at. So this thing is wrecking Borg cubes.
Yeah.
As the painting, which that's why it links to me saying the Borg were destroyed, and that might be the only reason they're more powerful. But it's definitely
this might be the new Wolf 359 battle.
The victory of Wolf 359, where we defeated 5 Borg cubes, and it was amazing. No, certainly, it was like a comic ship. We've talked about those often with the
It does, yeah.
But I hope we see it in motion. I mean, it's a hell of a.
Somebody asked if there was a cutout on the front of that. It looks like there might be, but it could just be. Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, there's an NX-01 / Akira style cutout, and the deflector dish from the Galaxy is in the front. It's right there, sort of cut in.
General Grievous, $2. Oh, General Grievous, $2. Borg looks like she's from Resident Evil or DBD. What is DBD?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Dead Before Dawn, maybe. Alyssa Jericho, who's been a member for 21 months.
Wow,
Commander. It's an air shield. I know the code. Yes, indeed.
What's that from?
That's from Spaceballs.
Ah.
It's Duridia's air shield. No, this would be interesting I want to see the ship in action. I don't just want to see a painting of it. I really want to see it. I don't think we will. We might get a flashback of some sort, but I doubt it.
No, I think they will. I think they'll. Yeah, I think they'll make one. Because again, it sells. It sells the idea of the future even more.
Wow, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you there, Tazangari. Says I need to see this Galaxy variant in 3D before I can say if I like it or not. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't know if I like it or not. Just it's cool to see. And then we cut to Q. We cut to the sort of sense of a flash. You get to really see this defense go through. It's pretty cool. I'm all for it. It looks better than the green one from the planet.
Yeah. What would cause Earth to need a defense shield, though? Besides protecting from a Borg invasion.
Oh, easy. It's the we're protected MFs. Because if you've got an impenetrable castle, you've got certain confidence, and all your villains know you can't penetrate. No, it's a symbol of power. You know, we're able to keep our planet completely secure, so we are a threat because we can go out and kill, and you can't come at us. End of story sort of vibe. Yeah, maybe even just that was enough. Maybe that someone gave them the tech of this, back in the NX era, and once you have full planetary security, it changes the confidence level, because once you have no more threats, you can just keep building whatever you want, and then certain politicians say, weapons and exploration turns to conquest, and all these things have ripples.
Yeah. The next shot has a nice close-up of it, just a hex pattern, which looks great. It looks good. Then we get 7 of 9, who's realizing that her Borg implants are gone. So everyone in his crew is clearly aware of the changes that have been made.
Yep. This ain't no yesterday's Enterprise. Everyone's in the know.
Alyssa Jericho, member for 21 months at the rank of commander.
Boom, thank you.
Says it's... Oh, never mind. I already read that one.
Boo, take it back.
One. I did.
And yeah, Jason, that's what I was kind of... ZPM pad, I was kind of like...
ZPM, yeah.
Kind of feels that, even though it... yeah. I get that vibe for some reason.
All right, then we get people shooting. Can't tell who or what they are, really.
Well, except they look like they're in death suits. Black, evil death masks. What's more interesting, though...
Is Elnor running?
Oh, no, don't care. What's more interesting is a Starfleet ship, Part 1.
Well, hold on. The Elnor thing, he might be escaping. He might be a prisoner of these people. This is Romulan. And that's maybe why he's in pain in the other scene we saw earlier. Because maybe he gets injured in an escape attempt here when he realizes that things are different.
Oh yeah, like a Romulan concentration camp sort of vibe, and he escapes and he gets killed. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets killed and then is part of, if he's Picard's son he never had, then him dying in an alternate universe. Would then lead him to
Maybe it's him and Larissa's or whatever her name is, Larissa's kid. The Dark Lord Revan, $5. When will we see a full model and breakdown of that fascist Enterprise D? Funny you should ask. We're going to be filming that, I believe, tomorrow. So soon.
But then we get the Starfleet ship.
Yes.
Which is a bit confusing. This is probably a bridge because of the dedication plaque, which would imply a bridge, although let's not necessarily give them the credit of a bridge because it doesn't look like a bridge or feel like a bridge. I mean, what do you think? Does it look Discovery? Does it look...
It does.
Okay. Well, there you go.
It does look Discovery, yeah. Sadly. But I think this is some... Remember we saw those Elcars on Twitter quite a while ago? I think that's probably going to be one of those panels, like maybe the one she's at or something. So... I mean, the Elcars that are in the turbo lifts don't... I mean, you can... It's a little bit of Elcarsy shapes there, but...
The two broad range of colours, they just kind of blend as... Yeah, it's just colours on the wall. Doesn't have a unified feel. But I'm also noticing... I try to get the most bright picture of this, because, whatever. But I'm noticing, is that, on the lady, is that a belt? A hint
Looks
that
like
maybe
it.
they've got... Because if they have the phaser belt, as in this Enterprise had, that'd be an effective callback. Or have a phaser on them with a silver belt that kind of stands out. Yeah, would be logical.
Yeah.
And we get a corridor, which is certainly Starfleet looking, and it's not Discovery looking, but it feels very big and very... I don't know what it's about the new Treks, but everything feels like a cheap plastic, sorry. Like, these walls are like plastic. Whereas the old shows, they kind of had this like unique feel. Well, Enterprise D doesn't feel like a plastic corridor. It feels like it's a corridor of a spaceship with carpeting. This feels like plasticky set.
And some of the door frames had wood grain that was painted over.
Yeah, I don't know.
Especially in HD.
Oh yeah, it just has a certain texture to it, just like reflectiveness. It's just like, well, it looks fake. It looks like a fake starship, but it's not. Yeah.
I've never thought that, but I think the Discovery stuff looks really good, actually.
Well, that's the opposite. That's mega reflective. That's very metally. This looks plasticky to me.
Disagree.
Okay. And we get to see is that our first indication of a Klingon ship at the back there? Sort of a MSD looking thing.
No, those look like they could be Federation struts going to Federation nacelles. With a weird shaped secondary hull.
Hopefully we'll get Tasha back just to kill her again. That's a great cameo. That would be fun to bring Tasha back. That would be great, Captain Yar. Do it. That's great. You sold me on that.
Then we get again 7 waking up. No big deal. And Rios, this is, I think, when he realizes that something's weird with the ship. This is after the change, because he's looking around, and we saw this in one of the earlier trailers as well. I like the symbols on the chairs. Not a big fan of the Delta, though, on the uniforms. Seem a little bit too big. And yeah. Slider, £2 or €2, so thank you. By the way, Sean Turandot designed the fascist Enterprise D. Yes, we know.
The fascia D. D-fascist? Yeah. Then you have Picard beaming down to Guinan's bar with a weird Cardassian looking thing. I'm assuming it's maybe a transporter arch that's broken or something.
Never noticed that till just now, but yeah, that is Cardassian for sure.
And like the beer barrels and the 10, as in 10 forward, 10.
Yeah.
Although she only spent like 8 years of her 5,000 years in the D, so it's, you know what I mean? If you've been married 19 times, it's unlikely number 4 is going to be, you know, there's so many. But it's nice, it's fun. I assume it's on Earth? Well, yeah, it would have to be if they were doing the whole Earth plan.
Yeah. And it looks like there's an Andorian there.
Yeah, because they like using their same species they've already redesigned, so Andorian's great. Yeah. Friendly enough looking bar. One thing I was pointed out in this is that if you look behind the wall, behind the stairs, there's actually 10 forward wall plates.
Oh,
like literally just 10 forward plates, which is it's the sort of thing where that's real attention to detail, but it's so hard to notice.
Yeah.
Which is like, it's great, but also you're not going to visibly get the benefit of it. Yeah.
Yeah. I love the dialogue here, where if there's something wrong with time, I know who I can talk to, and he goes here. And then she senses him coming in and says, I'll need a Earl Grey, piping hot. Which is great, because you see him approaching her from behind.
So what do you think of the reveal of Whoopi Goldberg as Guinan?
I love it. Again, I think just the way it was played out and the way the dialogue was in this trailer is very good, because she's doing the same thing that she's doing in yesterday's Enterprise. She can sense that something's not right with the time, and he trusts her enough to go talk to her. Not that he would remember that from yesterday's Enterprise, because that wasn't him that did that, and whatever, unless she told him about it later. But anyway, it was great to see her back for sure. And I think she's gonna have a small part, but it'll be it's return. It's nice. So yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I have 3 thoughts. 1, great for the hat. Good, easy win. 2, she's not meant to age, so I'm pretty sure they've digitally de-aged her a bit. They can't do too much, because she's obviously put on weight since she was 25 years ago. But they can remove wrinkles in de-aging, and that's okay. That's kind of as good as you can do. And so I think she looks better than I think she does in real life in this. But 3, she just sounds like Whoopi Goldberg from The View. Like, her dialogue doesn't sound like Guinan at all. Guinan's very quiet, careful. She's like, "Hey, it's Captain Picard, my old friend." It's like, you might be really happy to see him, but it's not very Guinan dialogue. I know she's 25 years older, but if you're 2,000 years old, 20 years ain't gonna matter. So it was just Whoopi Goldberg being Whoopi Goldberg as opposed to Guinan. But she doesn't play the character in 17 years, so she's allowed to not get it again, I guess. Hopefully she'll get into the zone again. But I was like, that's just Whoopi Goldberg. Like, the acting was very rough, but she's not really actress anymore. But the face was good, like older, but not actually old looking. Luckily, the black hair really helps, because she sometimes has white hair and the black hair helps. But it was good overall, just Whoopi Goldberg.
220 viewers, 151 likes, guys. Hit that like button. Let's get up to 200 likes. If you haven't hit the like button, please just give it a tap for us. We'd really appreciate it.
Good.
Keep the super chats coming.
Free and simple.
Keep the super chats coming with any thoughts or ideas you have. We want to hear them, and we read them all on the air, so you can get your comment or question out there for everyone to acknowledge. So, if you can, please do. But no, them meeting and hugging was nice to see. So, I think it was a very well done scene. I was wondering how they were going to include her in the new one, and this is great because there's time travel shenanigans and alternate reality and Q. So I mean, a lot of things that she can speak to. So
It's super logical. I like having a bar on Earth. I think it's really cute. She wants stability, but she doesn't want to give up being a bartender. It's probably some famous bar in San Francisco where like all the admirals go. Like there's going to be some, and I can imagine might see a great cameo of like another captain, maybe Shelby or someone who's in the bar before him and walks out. It's like, Captain Shelby, I'm a Picard. No other dialogue. Like, oh wow, hello.
Pretty sure that won't happen.
But you know what I mean though. That sort of vibe because she's you know, I mean there aren't that many Elorians left. That would be news in and of itself. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was good.
Kit 10K throws in another $10. So thank you,
dude. Thank you.
Although Guinan wasn't on the Enterprise D for long, well, not long for her. What if she grew fond of it and was able to get some part from the D into her bar after the ship's saucer crashed? Yeah, I mean, it's not beyond the realm of possibility. So,
well, especially if she, you know, every time she makes a new bar like this, she incorporates parts from old bars.
Yeah. And
also, is that guy a Vulcan in the background? If you look up the live stream, it looks like his pointy ears and a Vulcan hairstyle.
Yeah, it does look like a Vulcan.
Yeah.
Ozzy throws in $2. Guinan was married 23 times in Nemesis scene. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that.
Funny.
We see the ship exiting the wormhole or the time travel tunnel, whatever.
And it looks good. It's a good sequence. It's visually nice. It's simple. Yeah. And it is the silver one. So no, it's the alternate universe one.
You see Earth in the distance.
It's nice.
And you get up close, and there's no protective grid because it's the past, obviously.
And he beams down with quite a nice beam. I think it's basically the Picard season 2 one, but it's a nice beam. It's a good hybrid.
And that gaudy, huge delta on his. But that's okay.
I don't really clock it, but that is.
Yeah. Yeah. And Doug Drexler pointed out that the sign in the background, the boxing, is the same one from City on the Edge of Forever.
Which is the same one from DS9 when they go back into the past as well.
Yeah.
Sure. You know, we have seen this part of Earth before, so there should be elements of the past if they care about continuity, which they sometimes do.
Yeah, and this will be the Bell Riots and the Sanctuary Districts.
I mean, wouldn't it be amazing if they do, like, I mean, because they could probably easily, because maybe to have Avery Brooks in it, maybe they could rotoscope out Avery, do a HD that footage. You know, it would be kind of fun if you just walk by a scene and then you cut back, so then you see that same landmark that O'Brien and Bashir and Cisco were found. It's like, oh my god, there's the guys from. Okay, bye. We're doing a separate story now. And then lots of LA. And then the most intriguing moment, because we see present day, cuts to child in forest, which then cuts to Vulcan mind meld in forest, and it's like, huh. Which then cuts to older boy in forest. Huh.
Yeah. A lot of people speculated on my first reaction is this might be a young Zephram Cochrane. Or possibly the Vulcans could be from Carbon Creek kind of thing. But I don't know if those will tie in at all. But I don't know what's going on with the mind meld.
See, I thought this was vaguely obvious going in based on the previous trailer. So what I took from this was that this is in fact Jean-Luc Picard as young Picard. And the other boy is his brother, because that would be a natural age for older. He looks like he's wearing a French sort of outfit.
Yeah.
And because we explicitly saw young Picard in the greenhouse in the first trailer.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So we know there are flashbacks, and if you're going to change history, and it's all about changing history, then if an evil Romulan goes back in time, mind melds with young Picard, makes him a real shit, and then Picard can influence the history and change it, and then that's why Picard's a fascist, because they changed him. One influence. So that's what I got from the scene. Evil time-traveling Vulcan Romulans. I know his shirt is a little bit modernistic, but I mean, what is French fashion in the 2190s? You know? Or 22010s? I mean, he may be literally 2024, but the hard cut between the two boys feels like the exact right age between Picard and his brother. That's what I took from it straight away. Or this might be the Picard, the second picture, and the first might just be a kid. But that's kind of what I took from it.
Terry West 111 says the Vulcan looks like Mark Leonard. It looks like Sarek. No, he doesn't.
Yes, I would
Not
also
even
disagree.
remotely close. Oh, he's got pointy ears. I mean.
Mark Land has pointy ears.
Yeah. No, it doesn't look like Sarek at all. The head shape's all wrong. Everything. Sorry, Terry, but you're wrong. They could be Romulans, yes. Then we see Picard and then the Borg Queen. And again, here she looks like she actually might be on a Borg ship or something. We've got the green lighting behind her as opposed to the other lighting that we saw her in, which did not seem Borg-like. Guys, hit that like button. We have 167 likes with 230 people here, so hit that like button if you haven't. Let's try to get up to 200 likes. That'd be much appreciated. TiVo says it looks too much like a mind meld, but I could be... No, it is a mind meld. Doesn't mean that a Romulan couldn't do it. Some Romulans might be able to, know the ancient ways and do it. It's fine.
Oh yeah, of course Romulans can do it. I mean, we have seen Romulans do it, I believe. There was there was a scene in something where it's like, you can mind meld? Well, yeah, I learned it too. I mean, most Romulans don't do it, but with literally the same biology, I mean, we can both do it, etc. Or do you think this is some evil Vulcan that's gone back in time? Temporal cold. I don't know. Because why would that be linked?
No, I don't know. I like the idea that it's Picard as the kid. That's cool, but why is this Vulcan or Romulan mind melding with him? I don't know.
Like I said, it's change his personality. Make him the dictator in the future. Change one small thing, path not travelled. What if you were a bad guy, Picard? The future sought to change you. Well, especially if Picard just saved the galaxy and gave his life to save against the ancient alien AI evil creatures. So he got back in the news. So maybe one temporal Cold War people said, you know what? If we change this guy's life, fuck time. That's it. Let's try that.
Turd says in the time Picard, did Romulans have mind meld abilities? I don't think so. Doesn't mean that they don't know them or couldn't learn them. They do have the same biology as Vulcans, as Samuel said. So
yeah, I mean, I do remember a scene where someone did. I can't remember, but
yeah.
Well, the Stanley says, the Commodore O did mind melds. That's who it was.
Oh,
yeah.
She doesn't count though. General Grievous, $2. I want to see Guinan's Disruptor again. And Matthew DeFreitas throws in $2 and says Vulcan shows Picard his Locutus future, maybe.
That's interesting. Yeah, we need to kill the Borg. First striking as a Borg. That's good. One simple thing.
Could be why he's goes more militaristic.
No, 100%. Yeah.
There was a warn Starfleet earlier about the Borg.
Yeah, because there is this threat that will literally destroy the universe unless we stop it. And how do we stop it? Weapons, weapons, weapons. Although, SW or S1 Noir says, but how would this relate to Q changing the past? Yeah, but I don't think Q did change the past. I think Q is telling Picard the past is changed. Q comes and tells him, dude, this is what happened, road not travelled. I'm going to help you go back. I can't do it myself because I'm not allowed to by Q law. I got in trouble for that last time, but I can point you in the right direction. Like, I don't think, why would Q... if Q changes time, he can change it back. There's no plot. Right? It has to be some other force changing it, which is the problem. Especially if they are trying to create a result. Yeah. Would you agree with that? That's kind of my interpretation of that.
Makes a lot of sense. Q has been known to do weird alternate reality thingies before, but I think he's more inclined to be helping Picard at this point. I like that a lot, actually.
Well,
if it is just Q, I'd just be like, I'm just going to sit here, Q, and you're going to change it back. Or I'm just going to sit here and die, because I'm not going to move. Yeah. You're going to change it back.
Well, especially
That's what I would be doing at that point.
Especially as we see him, obviously, talking to Brent Spiner, and also in the Mars colony flight suit, which, yes, I get he's toying with Picard, but that doesn't play to, I changed your past, Picard. Ha 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 ha. I altered all of your lives. Ha ha ha. No, I don't think that has as being likely. And especially as we know the Q alternate timelines aren't real realities. All Good Things and Tapestry didn't really happen. They were potential futures that we sort of saw. So therefore it would devalue us even more. Why would he have to go back in time to stop an alternate future that didn't really happen? Etc. So I think this is the first hint that this happened. I would be all for a temporal Cold War agent going back, because this shit is happening all the time.
Yeah.
It's you know, those are big stuff, whatever.
Well,
or maybe they use Borg time travel tech, which, you know, maybe they get their hands on it, Vulcan extremists, etc., and they go, oh, Romulan extremists. Maybe they want to get, maybe the Romulans, a faction of Romulans, want to get revenge on Picard because they see him as just not helping their planet, and then they work out a way of going back in time and they F up Picard. I mean, that's a simple plot. You know, use Hobus rather than mention it and then abandon it.
Yeah. Well, then we see Q with Brent, and he hands him a little vial, which somebody in the chat just suggested are those Borg nanites, which would be interesting as well.
Well, we also missed one on Borg Q-Blade. Yeah. Do you think this is on a Less Arena or on a Borg ship? Because those look like the back Less Arena pod
I already
things.
talked about that. Yeah.
Oh,
it could be on their ship.
Because they're same things that roughly they're on the back. Yes, blue vial. And Q's not wearing his exact same kit. This is a slightly different outfit. He's wearing a normal
General
suit.
Grievous, $5. Remember, it's all connected. This is only happening because Mariner and Lower Decks told Q they didn't have time for this BS and to go bother Picard. LOL. Kit 10K throws in another $10. So thank you.
You're killing it.
Q, maybe how the crew is able to realize reality has changed and is tasking them to fix what is wrong.
Perfect.
And is taking a slightly active role. Hence why he gives Brent's character this small bottle. I like that.
That's super good. Yeah, maybe they time got changed. They genuinely lived it, because we assumed they wake up in the bodies of the other selves, but maybe they are themselves, and then he sort of undoes their mind to make them, undo the timeline damage. So they were really, and that would be a mind F. It's like, no, Picard, you did do those things. I'm just giving you back your prime timeline personality. Oi. So what do you think's in the blue vial of blue violiness?
I have no idea. Now that I've heard Borg nanites, I kind of like the connection. It could be connecting to the Borg Queen, and he would use that kind of stuff to work on. He's worked on augments before. Well, depends who he is or what his ancestors have done, but augments and then go to artificial life. That's kind of the mix between with a nanite, because it needs a host body and it's also artificial. So but I don't know why they'd be blue necessarily, but
because this to me looks like a modern day 2024 diner
drug deal.
Well,
some of the blue crack. Actually, he looks like he could be drugged out on something. He looks really skeezy there. Could be Q's way of getting him to cooperate and help them or something.
So he's that Sung we think would be a good guy. He's actually a drug addict. What if the bell rights happening? He could be a poor drunk scientist.
He'd still be brilliant and be helpful, but Q can't snap him into proper reality because he's not actually anybody that Q can do that to. So we need your help. Here you go.
Or what if the thing is a barter? This will increase your mental capacity by 300%. Sung, don't you want to be the inventor that you always want to be? Drug addict, and then this is maybe he's giving Picard a ally in the past by giving him this, because he's giving him a physical item is so unlike Q. He has all this magical ability. Giving him a thing, but is this to help Picard? Probably. Is this a Sung at the time? Probably. I don't see this being the Sung we saw in season 1. That seems very unlike character-wise, especially as they've now got cybernetic freedom. He wouldn't like a drug addict now. But this was a really interesting little moment.
It's Viagra Q is passing out. Our special batch of Romulan now.
Passing the torch. So I'll do the poll as well to read that. You do your thing first, and I'll do the poll.
General Grievous puts in $2. Maybe Q's continuum changed also. Yeah.
Well, that'd be powerful. He's a remnant of his own timeline. Oh, wow. Jesus.
That'd be cool.
So, 217 votes. Phenomenal. Seeing the Nova/Steam run out, your reaction was 46%. Yes! 37% cool. 7% don't care. 11% meh. So, that is a resounding success. Good job. Gonna throw another poll in. See what I say. And guys, we're another 80 from our super chat goal. So keep the fives coming and we'll hit it.
Yeah. 221 of you here, which is awesome. Welcome, guys. Hit that like button, though, if you haven't. We are at 185 likes. Let's try to get up to at least 200. Should be very doable. Just hit that like button right now. It's a good free way to help us out. But we want to hear your thoughts, so super chat away, please. Yeah. Romulan bath salts and Romulan meth. Well, that's great. Or is it, I have your human genetic clone's DNA in this file? I don't know about that, Emma, but... Tangerine Star 26 has been a member for 17 months at the rank of Commander, which is awesome. Thank you so much. Says, or a blue pill choice symbolic of never knowing. Ooh, Matrixy. No.
So, new poll. Interested to see what you guys think. I'm kind of interested. This is a very conceptual one. What's the poll, Stuart?
I have no idea. I can't see it yet. Is Q a time-changing villain, Picard helping ally, a neutral Q who gives some small hints, or someone... Come on, click on it. Fuck's sake, it's so small. You gotta click the line. Someone who unlocks their minds. All the above.
Wow.
That's really interesting. This is from the Bridge of the Lost Serena, and you see an incoming Vulcan ship, but a Discovery Vulcan ship.
Mm-hmm. You see 2 La Serena models and a Vulcan ship.
Yeah.
Just when we thought all the CRS has burned away in a fire. I mean, it does fit better into this era.
Yeah.
That said, if they do say, God, just like, because that's the thing. This is even older than the TOS Romulan bird of prey, the antique bird of prey. So if they call it an antique Romulan ship, a Vulcan ship would be like, okay, great, thanks. But yeah, it's clearly.
Can you zoom in on it for the audience so they can see the shape? I think a lot of people might not have noticed it.
No, it's yeah, pretty clear.
Olivia Julius, $5. Alan Moraine, count to 4. Alan Moraine, 3 more. Alan Moraine, if you can see Alan Moraine, don't come with me. Thank you, Olivia.
Still has to do it though. Still has to do it.
Moving on. Kit 10K, $10.
Boom.
Another thought. What if the Q continuum was somehow killed off because of the timeline changes, and Q is the only one left, and he is having Picard restore to fix them? Yeah, that could work.
Wow.
He was off doing some shenanigans. When he came back, everything was all messed up. And if he would have been there, he would have been killed as well or something.
Jeez, that's dramatic.
Yep.
Really, really, really dramatic.
Yeah.
Don't know how to feel about that.
And there's 2 other Lost Serenas in this shot, or same type of ship anyway.
Which is weird they'd be that prevalent, but hey ho.
Yeah. It could be a holographic ship projector or something from the Lost Serena.
Could be. Or it could be cheap, as in a battle between not very polished forces, low end. That's why they're using old ships.
Hunter says it looks like an indistinguished blob to me. Well, no, it's exactly the Klingon or the Vulcan ship they used in Discovery.
But this is why we're Trekyards.
Yeah.
Because we pay attention to this stuff and we recognize it. That's why you come Trekyards.
Yeah. All right. Then we get Girardi in a red dress. Who cares? Don't know what that means at all.
So it's just to have her in the trailer.
Oh.
Then we get Police Chase, which we've already seen previously. Don't care. Don't care about these 2 people together.
Then we get guys that look like they're infected with the Borg. nanites or something.
The Borg.
They've got
Yeah.
they got the vein thing going on the side of their head.
And they've got like assault rifles, it looks like, with magazines and everything. I'm hoping they're present day, like
Los Angeles SWAT team.
Well, yeah, I mean we're in the eugenics war lead up, so maybe they're
No,
enhanced.
eugenics wars is over.
Well, okay, then.
Eugenics wars ended in 1996.
Sorry, I know. I always forget my history. I know, but maybe they're like post. So it'd be fine if they, like, some private company has some eugenics enhanced soldiers. Yeah, yeah. Just because of having modern guns. Because if you look at the team, it's very I mean, they're all in. Oh no, no, it's not. So the Laris has a Romulan disruptor from season 1.
Yeah.
But they're all wearing civilian gear, all of them. Like, really civilian gear.
Is that a face in the background?
Yeah, that
There's
is.
a person back there.
Yeah, that's probably the twin lady person.
No. No.
Huh.
Might be the white-eyed guy we see behind Picard later. Some kind of hair.
Maybe. Then you have Sung, who's, clearly working in some industrial environment because he has tech and...
Looks like a business card. Which is weird because the next one says... well, the next one's a shot of the city line. Paul Hastings on top of a building. I don't know if that's an actual building.
Sorry?
But it reminds me of the Kronos Works building from TNG. Or Voyager, I mean, sorry. Colin's laughing and says, I'm going to avoid comments about Trekyards having a keen eye for details. Why? We should take notice of number plates, which are license plates, in cases of hidden Easter eggs. Yeah, I saw the one where Picard beamed down. It doesn't mean anything to me, so...
But then they're on the Lesserina and they've got an actual transporter console, which is nice. With tech in the room.
And Eleanor is there.
Yep, not dead. Then who are the 3 that are with him? Yeah, okay, so they're beaming away on a mission. Okay.
Yeah, nothing there. There is a cop, though, in the next one.
Yeah, so on the Lesserina, so they...
On the Lesserina.
And that's actually pretty cool if they land... remember Park style. He walks in, and then a Los Angeles cop is presented with a Borg Queen. That'd be quite a good scene. Well, because clear on the Lesserina then, But yeah, I assume they've just nicked the idea of the tech and left. But this implies to me they need a Borg Queen to use time travel. They need the memory algorithm stuff to kind of link it all together, which is great. I mean, what a god mode. You need a Borg Queen to use their technology. Okay, shit. Man, wow. Huh.
Emma says, why do they always go to California when the productions are in Toronto? Jeez. Well, this one's in California. They don't film Picard in Toronto. Go down to Dallas, Chicago, Montreal, Manchester, LA, and New York are so boring.
Well, Manchester's a bit far away.
Yeah, George Mangrum, $2. What was the IDIC symbol on the business card? Or was that the IDIC symbol?
Didn't think so. Didn't give me that vibe.
Oh. Yeah, it's a stylized IDIC symbol.
Maybe.
Could be.
Oh, well, maybe evil Vulcans. Offering him a thing.
Card.
Yeah. But yeah, then we get Raffi using some device to hijack a thing.
Well, looks like she's freeing Rios from a prison, Matt. Prison.
It's because you got to give him stuff to do.
Yeah.
Then you have fight with random person in Picard Chateau's greenhouse. Okay.
Where do you see that?
The one where he's fighting the person in Picard's greenhouse. This is a frame, but
It's a weird sequence though, because then the next one is back on the prison bus.
Yeah. But then you get some more space shots, and this is clearly the same space fight. So yeah, very much this is a big runaway. But then one of my favourite shots, you get to see the uniforms. I really try to get the best frames. These are the best 2 frames, which isn't really a good sign. So they are going to be at least the same basic layout as the current Picard era. Looks to me as if they have a black collar, which gives you Yes Enterprise vibes, which would be an interesting idea of a hybrid. Especially even if they are just Voyager uniforms, because we did see a Voyager looking uniform in the behind the scenes still. So if they are just Voyager uniforms with a big black turtleneck, that actually which is just like the Living Witness Voyager evil uniform, because that looked really evil. Take away the pips, make it black, add gloves. It's dark. It changes the vibe entirely. Yeah. So if that is their variant, I'm all for that, because that'd be very much linking to previous. Maybe there are a few costumes behind because they just changed how they did things. That's fine. It'd be kind of cool. But you know, Starfleet. Show me Starfleet. I want to see Starfleet. Yeah, that's my.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Let's see. Matt says there may be a reason. I think there may be a reason the Queen looks the way she does with the black eyes and stuff. Yes, I'm sure there is.
Oh yeah.
But
well, yeah, it's alternate Queen. It's another species. It's a specialist Queen. I mean, it'd be kind of fun if they say, you know, the Queen we met in Endgame, cut as Creed cameo, is a neural Queen. This is a technological Queen. She, you know, this Queen to monitor all the you know, ins and outs. But it definitely shocked me. Now she has a full corporeal body. That was a
List of Jericho and Laughableary. Yes, we know the shield is not in 2024. It's in the future. That's how this starts, with them escaping the Nova class and the steamliner ships to go slingshot around the sun.
What? Where did they get that from?
I don't know. We never said that, so I don't know why people are yelling at us.
Anyway, but yeah, Corporeal Queen, Stuart, what do you think? She even has like gloves on, like full body. That surprised me.
Well, you see Girardi with a wrench first, so he's gonna bludgeon the Queen to death or something. Who knows? But yeah, interesting meetup on the La Serena.
It kind of gives a wounded animal vibe. So yeah. maybe they have to wipe her memory or something, or maybe maybe they, because these are clone bodies, right? At least we assume so based on the other shows. So maybe they use the remnants of one they already captured, and they were able to grow another one via, because the evil timeline, they've got all this special technology, and it hasn't got any memories or anything. So yes, she gets loose, but they have to help the Borg Queen come back together again. But this is obviously a different Borg Queen, so it's kind of like a different vibe. And so it's like, it's okay there, evil tyrant that could assimilate the whole world. It's fine. I mean, Jill, your name's Jill. Hi. And then she becomes a friend in the show.
I kill people too. We can be friends. Get 10K.
Wow. Good job.
$10.
Dude.
The Borg Queen's eyes being all black makes her look like she'd scare the hell out of death itself.
Yeah. No, it's a very kind of more H.R. Geiger look. It's way more gritty horror. I don't think it looks as nice, but it has a different just feel. It doesn't speak visual retcon to me so much as just different design, which is fine.
Yeah. General Grievous, $2. Oh no, what are you doing? What are you going to do? Tighten my bolts?
Well, I mean, hey, let's not wink. Andrew K. All Borg Queens we saw previously we knew are the same species. Let's not say that we don't know that all the full Borg Queens are the same species. That is an assumption we cannot say.
Laughableary says if Janeway can get away with murder, so can she. Well, hashtag Janeway did nothing wrong when it came to Tuvix, so.
Oh yeah,
deal with it.
No qualm on that. That's not gonna say it's fine.
Yeah, everybody just calls her a murderer. It's like, no, not quite.
It's her responsibility to save Tuvok and Neelix. That's it. That's the only equation. Sorry. I mean, it sucks, but lots of things suck. I mean, that's being a captain. Sorry, I don't mean you're a captain, but oh my god! And then people call this the zombie scene.
Yeah, what's up with this? I don't know what the hell this is. It's disturbing, to say the least.
There's a visual effects glitch. I really done one.
Well, don't know who he is or what's going on there, but I think I don't know which is scarier, all white eyes or all black eyes.
Well, black says to me evil, white says there's something not gross going on, but like, oh, that is disconcerting. I mean, well, maybe this is part of the vial. Maybe this is what turns people into something.
Ooh, maybe.
I think this is too out of left field. I think this is a red herring personally. Just feels too off. I don't know. Or it could be, a dream, or something of the ilk. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It threw me off seeing that. It was kind of out of left field compared to everything else.
Oh, I think it's thrown everyone off. It's like, sort of vibe is what it gives off.
Yeah.
But we know it's in the past. That's all we can say.
Ooh, galactic barrier eyes. I like that. There you go. Gary 7.
Linking
Gary
to
7. Gary Mitchell.
Good job. And now linking to Lower Decks and now linking to Discovery because we're great barrying all over the place. Now then we have a Q snap that doesn't work because he snaps past the snap in the trailer. He goes past snap.
They just used this footage. They didn't add the effect yet. It's to make you think that he's lost his powers.
I feel like maybe.
See, it'd be funny, yeah, if Picard realizes that something happened, everything's changed. Q shows up, and he's like, "What did you do, Q?" Because that's the other trailer. Q's like, "Nothing. Look, I don't have any."
Yeah. Yep.
Maybe. But then, how does he make everybody realize that they're in an alternate time? Like,
well, he doesn't have to. I mean, there could be many layers to this. But yeah. Because I don't know why you wouldn't just have the snap in the trailer, or cut 1 second earlier. It's such a deliberate choice to not have the snap be the snap.
Yeah.
I just thought it was really interesting. I was very like, ooh, split frame.
Kit 10K throws in another $10. So
Goodness, you're saving the day,
what if the guy with the all white eyes is blind like LaForge was? Huh, that could be a possibility. Sure. I'll buy it for $1. Q is so good, the character is brilliant, says Emma. And she also said earlier, Q equals QT. So, Emma likes Q, apparently.
Q with a C.
Q and then TEE. QD. Tangerine Star 26, 2 pounds.
Thank you.
Perhaps BQ Tech is being used on drone people. What is BQ Tech? I'm confused by that.
Oh, Q Tech, as in the technology of a Q. Yeah, but they're not. They're non-corporeal snake monsters. Yeah. Then you have 7 with a phaser thing, which we did actually see in season 1. It was a civilian weapon. Super unmemorable from the show, but this is obviously Prime.
It's Prime, yeah.
She's got a thing.
And you can see the Prime Delta on the window or in the door.
I think she looks so much better with the proper headpiece. I'm just saying. Yeah. Just instantly looks better. But Jurati's there. Now, is this some implication that something bad goes wrong in the present? Maybe Jurati's finally on trial and they're, getting her out of trial or getting her out of prison. I mean.
Well, Jurati's got really curly, like nicely done hair, and then the other trailer we did see Picard and them in tuxes. So maybe there's some kind of something happening in the Prime universe first.
Because the Roman lady was there, and she'd have to be in the Prime.
Mark Lawrence, $5. I hope that something Q did causes him to lose his powers, hence the snap with no flash. Well, nothing that Q did. It would be better if it was out of his control.
Yeah, if the universe...
And the only person he can trust is Picard.
Yeah, like he had one last Q snap, and it was to bring him to the present for some reason. Yeah. Kit
10K throws in another $10. So thank you. If my thought about the continuum being dead is true, Q's powers could be weakening, which is why his snap didn't work.
Yeah, no. Very, very possible. Then we have another part of the battle where it's pretty sure it's firing on 2 more less arena variants. Okay. And then end on a cute...
Well, that would be with the same battle as the Vulcan ship as well.
Yeah. And then a cute little guy and hello moment, which I do think should be in one scene. Probably in one scene each season. Like, this is it. He goes talk to her.
They'll probably talk to her at the end once they fix everything, too.
They'll be filmed at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. But I have a feeling.
But this is clearly prime timeline because he doesn't look like a evil dictatorship. Like he's like, "Hello, my old friend." She's like, "You killed 5 billion people." So this is presumably before the timeline change. I would have assumed.
Maybe, yeah.
Because the vibe isn't that dramatic, you know. And he's
That being said, when he beamed down in civilian clothes wearing the Delta, he was beaming down in front of the 10 building. Is this?
Well, there's
is this
two
her from
beam
the
down.
past?
Well, it's Andorian though.
Oh, that's true.
The thing is, there's 2 beaming down. There's him beaming down with a Delta in a grey and a red.
Yes, which is civilian.
Which is civilian, but I thought the one he beamed down originally in was just a normal-looking him jacket.
Oh, it might be. I was just because I saw.
Yeah, he's in a black suit. Different
and
outfit. Yeah.
Girardi has the curly blonde hair when she's wearing that red dress. So yeah, I think they go to some kind of gala or something maybe, but it looks like modern times obviously because of cars. But that's not.
That doesn't help.
That doesn't help.
Maybe
Unless this is right before they go back to the right time in the Prime universe, because I don't know. But her hair is the same there with the curls. So.
But I think he's gonna get a Guinan to say, "Am I still me, Guinan? You know, I'm now a golem." And she might say, "Well, you know, I've had 17 bodies." Like, what? Yeah, you know. I think it'll be something like that. A sense of camaraderie ship of their experiences. Something like that, I can imagine.
Well, that's it, guys.
No. Emma's comment is a strong one.
I read it. You can read it out loud. I don't want to.
Oh, we really need a Stuart and Samuel an episode. It's a bloody outrage. Yes. Please do. Have us in. So, I said, is QA? The winner is Neutral Q, who gives small hints. Second place, Picard helping ally. Third place, Time-changing villain. And last place, someone who unlocks their minds. So, yeah, it's pretty much the QMO. I'll do one more poll. And let's do another, $30 in Super Chats. Let's see if we can end on a strong note.
Yeah, 30 would be fantastic, yeah. And likes, let's get another 7 likes. Let's get up to 220. We have 228 people here, so we should be able to hit 230 likes. So hit the like button, guys, if you haven't yet. Please. Licensed flight on car and says California beaming is in the past. Where does it say that? It's California and the plate is S02E01. What?
And my new poll is a bit silly because that's the way they're framing. So after this trailer, what are you most excited for? Picard Season 2, Discovery Season 4 Part 2, Prodigy Season 1 Part 3, or Strange New World Season 1? Because yes, Prodigy Season 3, Season 1 Part 3. That's actually what we have to deal with in this universe. Yeah. Cool. What a ride, Stuart. I am hopped up on caffeine with so little sleep that it's already.
I can tell.
Well, yeah, I'm trying really hard, so you know. Yeah, aliveness. Yeah. No, vote in the poll, guys. $30 more if you can, and you know, we originally had Sean from Trek Culture booked to appear today, and we said no, nothing's going to bump you from a Monday because nothing really. Oh, turns out the one thing that could bump you would be a brand new trailer. Oh dear.
That's okay.
It's okay. So we'll try for next week, and do the last 2 episodes. That's the plan.
Yeah. All right, guys, hit that like button.
Yeah. Do it.
Oh, there's super chat goal right there.
Ooh.
Kit put 10K, puts in $50, which is awesome.
Whew.
Blew that $30 right out.
Where are you every live, sir? That would make our lives a lot more stable.
He was on my last first reaction, and
oh, fantastic.
He didn't know about some of our other videos, so he might be new to the channel. But thank you.
That is, I know you don't know that, but that is is extremely helpful, and obviously you've done a lot. This one that is amazing. We certainly rely on this to keep going, and you know that when Picard comes out, we'll be doing weekly videos, daily videos, likely looking at the tech, the theories. It's gonna be fantastic. And
Can I read a super chat?
Do it.
Then you can go on your spiel.
I was thanking him.
You want $30? Well, I'll do you one better. Here's 50 instead. Boom.
Whew!
Thank you, sir. But yeah, as Samuel was saying, we have a lot of breakdown videos and stuff coming out about this. So stay tuned for those. Make sure you're subscribed and notified. Boom. Andy Urick throws in $10 and says thanks. Thank you so much, Andy. Guys, also go vote on the poll that we have before we close.
Yeah. Yeah, this is going interesting. The real results. I'd love to get at least 100.
Ooh, Kit 10K throws in another $10. I work a third shift job.
Oh. I'm not sure I know what that means, but I assume it means a third job. I guess. No,
third shift I think is the time of day, possibly. I don't know. Let us know, Kit.
You're not sure either. Oh, the American terms. Cool. And yes, 2 more prodigies. We'll be talking about that very, very soon, because that is very, very soon again. And it's a 2-parter, so it's actually a 40-minute episode. And we know how much deeper the first 2 felt, because it was a 2-parter. They actually made it as they released it as a 2-parter, etc.
Yeah, I'm excited for Prodigy for sure. It's
absolutely.
It's being awesome. Appreciate it.
Yeah, very intrigued.
Well, Larry's like, I'm exhausted for you guys myself with all the Star Trek content coming. Right?
It's a thing. But beats working in a supermarket.
Yeah. I should. I've done my fair share of retail jobs and ship jobs too, so. Anyway. Well, 96 votes on the poll. Another 4 votes would be awesome. But right now, so after this trailer, what are you most excited for? Strange New Worlds is still winning out with 41%. Picard Season 2 is at 38%, which, second place is fine. Second place for a second season.
And I don't
first
think...
place for a first season. Hey, that's fine.
And I don't
think... Discovery, it says fourth season, so we got 4th place.
Yeah, I don't think that would have been the same result even a little while ago. So, yeah.
Kit 10K throws in another $10. Yes, I work an overnight job. I start at 9 p.m. my time zone, so I missed your live stuff.
Aw.
What time zone are you in then?
Yeah.
Started. Let us know your. Well, you don't have to. You can just put it in the regular chat,
Oh, and Donnie's comments, one of your favorite comments.
Check it. Yeah, I saw that one. What? No, all of the above option?
What?
Well,
Make YouTube change it.
You know what? Yeah. Go complain to YouTube. Say you need more than 4 options for a poll, and then we can do that kind of stuff.
Yeah. You make it happen, Donnie. There'll be one.
We have to be very selective about what we put in there with 4 choices. So.
But General Grievous says, poor Sean. First his ups and downs were cancelled, and then you cancelled him.
We didn't cancel him.
Well, yeah. He got bumped. It's not the same, I guess, technically.
Zero Bang is more excited for Orville Season 3.
Yeah, well, I want to see a trailer. Rather than a CG teaser thing.
Yeah, no kidding.
And I want them to be like 60 minutes each.
Oh, or more, yeah. At least Doug Drexler said that they're each like a little mini movie, so I think they're going to be more than an hour each.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they've now taken, 3 years to make? Yeah, coming 3 years to make the season. Obviously, there was obviously a reason for that, but they've still filmed more than, longer than they would normally film. So they should, in theory, be bigger and more elaborate, and then obviously more time. Because they were to work on pre and post production during the pandemic, so they had CG assets built, etc. So it wasn't like they were stopped,
Yeah.
etc. Oh god, guys, $17, and we're a lovely round number, one we haven't seen for a while. What Lower Decks Season 3? Well, that's very, very far away. So if you're most excited for that, that's real sad, because that's real far away. I guess Prodigy's also far away, but it's contemporary right now. But it's interesting, yeah, Stranger Worlds is winning that. Now, do you think there'll be a trailer for that soon to come on the coattails of this trailer?
Yes.
Because this was
saying that because I want to see one. I don't necessarily believe that.
Because this was an unexpected trailer. I don't know what the impetus for this was. It was just kind of out of the blue, which is great. It was just there. It's like, oh my god. Like, as I saw someone post, Guidon's back. I'm like, yeah, I know she's back. Oh, there's a YouTube link. Oh my god! But, you know, I didn't believe it. Because there was a trailer was released like 2 days ago. Or before.
Well, you were the first one to tell me about this trailer, so.
Sometimes happens. But there was a trailer that had... There's a trailer that was released 2 days before this trailer. That was a re-release of the original trailer. I wonder if that was an upload mistake. If they put the wrong file in. Because why would you re-release the old trailer 2 days before and then release a new... Because I thought, new trailer. And someone said on Twitter, like, oh, we're trying to find the new footage. I'm like, there is no new footage. I've seen this before. I watched the whole thing. I was like, 1 second. No, the exact same thing. That was a mistake.
Oof. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I made Samuel yawn.
Well, I've been up for 16 hours. So.
This is Jericho. I hope Stranger Worlds is filmed in 4:3. I don't. Fuck that.
Although that'd be a really fun one to do, like a watch party where you convert it to 4:3, like crop it and watch it and see if it holds up.
I prefer widescreen.
Well, you don't even get, you're getting anamorphic, so you haven't had, I mean, you haven't had any widescreen. Lower Decks is widescreen, but none of the other ones are. You're in cinema scopes.
Yeah, I don't like 4:3.
Oh yeah, this is Jericho. Says yeah, old trailer, new release date. Yes, that was what it was.
Yeah, Brian, I agree with you. Stranger World should be in black and white. There you go. Hell yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So on the poll then, just to see what people were started for. Pretty good result. Pretty good result. What am I excited for? Stranger Worlds does win 43%. Picard Season 2, 37%. Which total is 80% of the vote is just those two. Oof. And then Prodigy is the third winner. Disco Season 4 is barely on the list. Barely on the list. Oops.
Chris says, really hope we see a larger range of starships in Picard Season 2. Well, you're probably not going to see many because a lot of it's going to take place in the past, unfortunately.
But they might cram like alternate timeline stuff with us before. Or,
we do see 2 Slow Serenas and a Discovery.
That's true. That does not give me hope. Yeah.
I'm not hopeful. Sorry.
Let's throw some of the worst new designs in Trek. Yay! Not the worst, but yeah.
Kit 10K throws in $10, so thank you.
Crazy.
I live on the east coast of the U.S. and Stuart, I am almost done rendering the Kelvin timeline version of the USS Foley.
Ooh.
Working on just a few more things to go. Oh, well, there you go.
Damn.
Now I think I know who you are. Ha.
Damn. That's awesome.
Damn, double damn. Awesome, appreciate that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. I'd say tune in tomorrow for a live. I'm not sure. I'll probably be doing one, but I'm not 100% sure. So just keep an eye out. Make sure your notifications are on, and check the social medias like Facebook. So.
Exactly. Cool stuff. So until then, he's Captain Foley.
The one. And he is Commander Cockles.
Yeah.
The unique and awesome.
My God.